So we're getting to the end of the year, and of course, leaks for the new tackle for next year have been coming out over in Japan. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a quote unquote new reel that's going to be coming out for Abu Garcia Japan. And I say quote unquote new because it's just another variant of the Zenon, and this one is called the Zenon Core. Now there are a couple of articles written about this reel, but nothing has been shown on Pure Fishing Japan's website yet. So we're just gonna have to go off the information on these articles. And here's the reel right here. It's pretty much gonna be all black. It's gonna be sporting the same somewhat asymmetrical frame as the current Zenon. And let's read about it. It says Zenon is one of the pinnacles of bait casting reels that Abu Garcia has introduced to the world. The Zenon Core, which follows its excellent concept while achieving an affordable price, will debut in 2025. You can't talk about its performance without using it! Double exclamation point. It says firmly following the core mechanism of Zenon. As a part of Abu Garcia's high-end series, the spinning reel Zenon will debut in 2021. Wait, I think that's an old article. Okay, we're gonna get down here to the reel we're talking about. The Zenon bait model is the ultimate in the low profile shape that is popular in the REVO series, and despite its compact and lightweight body, it is extremely tough. In addition, it is equipped with a new mechanism called pinion support system that rotates the pinion gear smoothly and contributes to stable spool rotation. So it looks like they're getting some form of double bearing pinion support, probably similar or the same as the P2 pinion found in LEWS, which of course is a Doyo design. And it says the asymmetrical ergonomic design fits perfectly in the hand and has captivated many anglers. And what they're talking about here is the palm side plate is a little bit shorter than the gear side plate. It says the new Zenon, which will be released in 2025, will faithfully inherit the core mechanism of Zenon. It's the Zenon Core, obviously. So it's pretty much blacked out except for some graphics where it says Zenon and Core, and I think the gear ratio. And it says main features of the Zenon Core: asymmetrical body design, magnetic brake system, pinion support system, carbon matrix drag plus drag clicker, carbon handle, and it shows line capacity, and there's two of them there, and there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in a second. But it says amazing specs for around 30,000 yen. So if you do the conversion, which I'm going to do here on my phone, with the current exchange rate, 30,000 yen is about 192 US dollars. So for a Zenon, that is actually quite affordable. It says the spool diameter is 32 millimeters, which is the same class as the Zenon B series, but the weight is significantly lighter at 164 grams for the core compared to 195 for the Beast. And it shows here two spools. You have your shallow finesse spool and then your deeper spool, and you can see the line capacities are what they were talking about. 8-pound line, the shallow spool will hold 100 meters. That's still quite a lot. And then the deeper spool will hold 100 meters of 14-pound line. And you can see both of them are sporting the long spool shaft with the big magnetic plate on the side of the spool for braking, and the spool shafts look to be steel, not aluminum. Now it says the lineup includes two types, the HS8 with a gear ratio of 8.3 and a 14-pound 100-meter spool, and the BF7 with a gear ratio of 7.5 and an 8-pound 100-meter spool. These are versatile models that can be used for any style of fishing, from shore fishing in vast fields where you have to cast long distances to close range boat fishing. So here's a couple of pictures of the different models, and let's see if I can enlarge this. Okay, so there's the shallow spool BF7 model. There's the deep spool model, the HS8. And there's the brake system. But let's go back and read the rest of the article. And this is a big change, well, somewhat of a big change. It says the magnet brake is also a different type from the Zenon. Not only can it be adjusted with an external dial, but the number of magnets installed can also be freely adjusted. So to me, this is important because normally with a MagTrack style system, all the magnets are going to be on one side. It's usually 5 magnets and they're all on one side of the brake hub. But with the Zenon, you can actually choose where to put the magnets on either side. And I found that when a MagTrack style system has magnets evenly spaced around the brake hub, they seem to cast a little better, at least feel wise, versus all the magnets on one side. And of course, you can choose where you put the magnets, and this is nothing new for Abu Garcia JDM reels. It's been available for quite a while now, but let's read some more. Furthermore, with a maximum drag force of 7 kilos and the body material being aluminum, it is also suitable for saltwater, so it will undoubtedly be useful as a bait reel for saltwater lure games. And I'm not sure, I think that is it, at least for this article. So we have another article here from TZ Lure, which is a Chinese site for tackle. And this article gives us a little bit more information. If I can get these ads out of the way. Well, let's read it. Doesn't look like it's a rehash of the Lure Magazine article. Abu Garcia will launch the 2025 Zenon Core series of 2-axis reels under the Zenon family in early 2025. This reel focuses on the ease of use and cost effectiveness. While ensuring the core performance of the Zenon series, it maintains a relatively low price. As for the major manufacturers' mutual reels, in recent years, Abu has also begun to decentralize some models. So basically, they're saying that Abu Garcia, instead of using one frame for every model lineup like the Zenon, the REVO, the Max, they're using different frames to differentiate the lines. Okay, there's some more pictures. It says, in terms of braking, Zenon Core uses Abu traditional magnetic braking. There's a picture of the magnets, of course. Then the spools, which we've seen. Some more pictures. But check this out. It says, in addition, Abu will also launch the corresponding lightweight modification cup Zenon MG 32mm specification in June next year, which is compatible with the above models and has 2 specifications: 8-pound 50-meter, which is the spool on the left, and 12-pound 100-meter, which is the spool on the right. Now, I believe this shallow bait finesse spool is already available as an upgrade to the Zenon LTX, and I believe it's made of magnesium. But the thing about these spools is they have a version of Abu Garcia Japan's dynamic brake system. It says here, the spool has a movable plate with variable magnetic force. So I think it's like Daiwa's MagForce Z, where this silver plate you see inside the spool is spring loaded. So it uses a plate instead of a cup. And there's some more pictures. It says the 25 Zenon core is still positioned as a general purpose reel that can be used in all kinds of fresh and saltwater environments, blah, 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 gear ratios. Okay, here's a more accurate price, 39,800 yen instead of 30,000, which is a big difference. And let me check out the conversion. So with the current conversion rate, it's about $255, but that's MSRP. Now over in Japan, street prices can be cheaper, but when I saw this reel, I thought, don't we already sell this here in America? I believe it's called, where is it at? Right here, the Zenon X. Even though the Zenon X has a different handle and there's a lot more silver, but it's got the aluminum frame instead of magnesium, but it does have the Infinity brake system, which I believe is the dual brake, so it's not the same. But yeah, so I don't know if there's any Abu for life guys out there still. Unfortunately, with Abu Garcia, they're kind of at the mercy of technology that Doyo comes out with, and even then it's kind of limited to what they can use. But this Zenon core could be a good alternative to rival reels like Shimano's mighty CURADO 150 and Daiwa's TATULA, the 80 and the SV. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to procure one of these or not. If there's enough interest, I will. But let me know in the comments if you want me to see if I can get one of these new Zenon cores when they come out. Big finesse model, of course. And we can see what it's all about. All right, guys, thanks a lot.